Hello, and welcome to Mr. Wizard's Workshop, episode number 6. Today's focus is on how to create and shape your entrepreneurial vision, what it is, why it's important, and specifically what I do to capture mine. And this week's actionable task for you is to write down at least a good first draft of your vision and start working on it, thinking about it, and put it in place so you can refine it. As usual, if you get some benefits from this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have any follow-up questions about what I've talked about or any comments, please go ahead and post, and I'll always try to answer questions. And if you know anyone that would benefit from this video, please share the link with them. So what is a vision? What's a vision statement? So the dictionary definition of vision is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. When you apply vision to the future, you can create a mental picture about where you're going and what it can be used to direct your actions. It serves as a guide for you and also can provide a sense of purpose. My primary use of my vision is exactly that. It's motivational. So the vision depicts what your business will look like in the long run, the desired future position of your company, and it helps to frame a direction for planning and execution of your business strategies. So the long run should be at least a couple of years. It's often an open-ended time frame, especially for larger organizations, and I'm going to show you a few examples a little bit further down. You'll see that doesn't mean you can't or won't refine your vision and your vision statement over time. So in my long career in information technology, I worked at over 20 different large, usually very large organizations, both government and commercial. So interestingly, they all had vision or vision mission statements. So the FBI, DOD, Army, Air Force, the Centers for Disease Control, Texaco, American Express, U.S. Bank, Mayo Clinic. Everybody had one. One of the first things I did when I started a consulting engagement with a new organization was to review their vision and mission statements. And for several of the application assessment projects for the U.S. military, which I led, a huge part of the project was identifying how well and to what extent organizations' portfolio of applications actually supported their mission. And then in the military, the vision always sits above the mission, but the mission has to fit within the framework of the overall vision. I've also written a number of project level, they call them either business plan or vision statements, which for the particular effort, the overarching vision for that particular project. So some of these vision statements that I've seen and studied were good to excellent. Others, not so much, at least for me, but want to spend a little time talking about what makes a good vision. First, especially as a solopreneur, you shouldn't be insanely ambitious in defining your vision. But it's important to set a bigger future target that communicates your and your company's aspirations and motivates you. It can also be used to inform and motivate employees or contractors if you have any. So a good vision should be obviously forward-looking, should be motivational and inspirational, should be directly reflective of your core values. And the next couple of slides, I'm going to talk about core values for a little bit. Should be aimed at bringing benefits, improvements to your business, over time, and should define the reasons that your business exists. So core values characterize or describe what Abraham Maslow, one of the greatest psychologists of the 20th century, called the unchanging innate nature of a person. They describe where a person can make their highest and most productive contributions to the world. Shortly before he died, Maslow started doing some deep dive research, thinking, and writing about those values. He called them being values or be values. So he never got to finish full, very detailed, definitive list with descriptions, but he identified some very useful categories and left that useful there. And that's a picture of Maslow's B values. So let not going to spend a whole lot of time on running through the full list, but I want to lay them out for you so you can be thinking about, what are your core values? Which of these categories resonate with you, and how would you flesh out the description of the core value? Put a little asterisk by the ones that you think most resonate with me: completion, justice, aliveness, and simplicity on this page. And then here's the rest of the list. So goodness, effortlessness, faithfulness, which is a core value. I have a quirky sense of humor, and I firmly believe humor can actually be an effective management communication tool. But for some of the large organizations I did projects for, humor is not really a core value for them. For example, the FBI is, as a culture and organization, is pretty humorless. Truth and self-sufficiency. So a little over 25 years as an independent consultant in IT, and now I'm an independent business coach, and self-sufficiency, autonomy, independence is most definitely a core value for me. And probably if you are an entrepreneur, it is also one for you. And just a little time talking about mission versus vision. A mission statement, I think of as being maybe more granular than a vision. It defines your business and its objectives, and even the approach, how you're going to reach those objectives. So a lot of time you'll see where many companies kind of combine elements of mission and vision statements, and even sometimes the two terms are used synonymously, at least in the commercial world. In Department of Defense land, they're very clear that a mission is an entirely different thing than a vision. A mission will always reflect what the overarching vision is, but conflating the two, or using them as synonyms, is sloppy civilian thinking, as a 2-star Marine general once pointed out to me in a large meeting. So I'm going to give you 3 examples of large organization vision statements. I'm going to give you my quick perspective on them. So this is Microsoft. I think it's a little bit techno-babbly. I understand where they were going with this, but the last sentence, our strategy is to build best-in-class platforms and productivity services for intelligent cloud and intelligent edge infused with artificial intelligence. Pretty techno-babbly. I know what they're saying because I spent 44 years in IT, but I think for a lot of people, what the hell is that? I like Nike's vision statement better when it's more concise, and I think does a pretty good job of framing up the overarching vision for their company. And this last one is the United States Army vision statement. Pretty wordy, not that surprising. I think it lays it all out, and I really liked that last sentence, last phrase there, centered on exceptional leaders and soldiers of unmatched lethality. I'm not sure lethality is actually a word, but so what does it all mean? How do these pieces fit together? So you think of the vision statement's your destination. A mission statement is at least a high-level map, and your core values are your guideline. Whether you call it a mission statement, vision, values, or a mantra, the goal is to have something that's easy to understand, defining purpose, which actively motivates. So I use a pattern called the 3 big whys to frame up my business vision, the vision for my coaching company. I actually wrote a pretty detailed blog post on this on my website, which explains the 3 big whys and describes my specific 3 big whys for my business. I'm actually just going to switch over there, and so this is the landing page for my website. My tagline, similar to Nike's kind of tagline, just do it. So beat procrastination and get your shit done. So the 3 big whys, 3 categories. First is my big altruistic why. Think you're answering the question why are you in business, or why do you want to go into business? So my specific, bigger altruistic why is my coaching business exists to help support and inspire as many people as possible to achieve their business or career goals. And I just made the observation there are many people out there who want and need what I have to offer. My big intrinsic why, which is the basic focus here, you're answering the question, why does your business allow, what does your business allow you to feel, or would you like to feel through your business? So this is my wordiest one. Could probably trim it down just a little. I try to hit every level in Maslow's hierarchy, starting at security, belonging, helps me feel satisfaction, self-esteem, enjoyment, growth, and challenge. And then I expand on what that's going to get me, or in addition to feelings, my business exists so I can perform satisfying, inspiring work from home with people I enjoy working with, increase my income to at least $500K a year, continue to expand my understanding of technology, personal growth, and positive psychology, and stay mentally active and engaged with life. And then the last category is your big selfish why. What does having a business allow you to do and receive that you couldn't otherwise? So my business allows me to have vocational, financial, and personal freedom every day, provide financial support for those I love, and leave a legacy. I switch back to the last thing I want to talk about is vision boards and my vision board. So vision boards are a collage of images and words which represent future aspirations, things which you intend to accomplish. So again, it provides inspiration and motivation, which, as I point out, is the primary reason why I think you should put some serious effort into honing and thinking about and documenting your vision. Picture of front of my vision board, right here in front of me. And then to save time so I don't have to walk my camera around, I took a picture of the back of my vision board. So one of my morning startup rituals is to review the front and back of my vision board and closer up picture of the back of my vision board to remind myself each morning what my three big whys are. Different people have different philosophies or theories about vision boards. I know some really smart people who would say mine's a little too busy, it needs to be a little bit more honed in. But it works for me, and I've been doing that daily startup practice for over a year now, and it works for me. So you might think about starting at least a little mini vision board. Maybe you won't have as many affirmations as I have, or you might not have like an annual big calendar, which I find very handy, and you might not have as many cut-out pictures on the back that are kind of visual representations of kind of where you would like to go. But at a minimum, have a couple of, images and definitely have a copy of your three big whys. So thanks again for watching this video. And as a reminder, if you have any questions, follow-up questions, or comments, please post in my YouTube channel under this video, and I will always make an effort at least to answer your question. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you next week.